Okay, so starting with consecutive discounts or surcharges. These are basically some discounts and surcharges that apply when you buy a product, and you may have seen a lot of these when you buy a product in your everyday life. So I'm going to start with an example. A computer is priced for sale at $1,200. The computer is discounted by 20% during the Christmas sale, and a customer is given a further 5% discount for paying by cash. So this is where the consecutive discount comes across. So it's a 20% discount for the Christmas holiday, and also on top of that we also get a 5% discount for paying by cash. So find the purchase price for the computer. So what we're going to do is, because this is the original price of the computer, I'm going to first of all do the 20% discount. So from the $1,200, I multiply 1 minus the 20%, or 0.2 as a decimal. So because it's a 20% discount, I'm basically multiplying by 80% of the original price. So we'll see how you have 1,200 times 0.8, which is the 80%. You get $960. So see how that's a little less than that? And I know some people like to calculate 20% of this first and then subtract it from 1,200. That's still fine, you get the same answer, but I suggest you do get used to doing it this way because it's much quicker. So instead of doing that, just multiply by 100% minus the discount, so 80% in this case. So I've got the first discount. So this is the important thing, guys. What I want you to do is not calculate 25% off. Do the 20% first, and then from that you do the 5% discount. So from this one we calculate the 5% discount, so I'm doing 1 minus the 5%, or 0.05 as a decimal. So it's basically 960 times 95%, or 0.95, and then you get 912. Okay, and again guys, yes, you can do 5% of this and then subtract it from this amount, but again I would like you to get used to this kind of method. Okay, so make sure you understand what I'm saying before we move on. So let's try some questions. Starting with question 1, it says a vehicle is priced for sale at $26,000. The vehicle is discounted by 12% during the mid-year sale, and a customer is given a further 5% discount for paying by cash. Now find the purchase price of the vehicle. Okay, so it's basically the same question, isn't it? So for the 12% discount, I'm going to do the original price of the vehicle times 1 minus the 12%, okay, or 1 minus 0.12, and then that's basically 26,000 times 88%, right, or 0.88 as a decimal. Just calculate that, you should get 22,880, okay, which is less than that because we've discounted. So now that we've got that price, from this price I'm going to take a further 5% discount. So now we're going to be using this price, so $22,888 times 1 minus the 5%, or 0.05, which is basically that times the 95%, okay, 5% less than 100%. So I've calculated that as this. Okay, so this is my final price that I'll be paying for the vehicle. Okay, makes sense? So have a look and let's move on. Question 2. An office furniture is priced for sale at $50,000. The office furniture is discounted by 10% during the Easter sale, and a customer is charged 2.5% additional surcharge for a credit card payment. So find the purchase price of the office furniture. So guys, you've got to know the difference between discount and surcharge. Surcharge is when we add on top of what we pay, and discount is when we cut down what we pay. Okay, so often shops don't like paying by credit cards, they rather have cash. So if you pay by credit card, some shops do take an additional surcharge. So in this case, I'm going to start off by doing the 10% discount. So from the original price, $50,000, I'm going to go 1 minus the 10%, or 0.1 as a decimal. So it's basically saying $50,000 times 90%. Okay, 100% minus the 10%, which is 0.9. Calculate that, that's probably going to be $45,000. So I've discounted the 10%. Now I'm going to do the additional surcharge. So this one means adding on top. So I'm not going to be subtracting it, I'm going to add on top which means I'm going to times this value that I've discounted, so $45,000 times 1 plus the additional surcharge of 2.5%, which is going to be 0.025 as a decimal. So does that make sense, guys? So I know some of you like to do 2.5% of that and then add it on top of $45,000. That's still fine, but again, you should get used to this method. It's more quicker and more logical. So do that. So it's $45,000 times 100. Okay, 100% plus the extra 2.5%, which is going to be 1.025 as a decimal. Now you calculate that, it's simply something like that. Okay, so this is my final price. Now this price is a little bit more than this one, isn't it? Because of the additional surcharge. Okay, so that's basically all about discounts and surcharges.